So there's lots of questions about feeding the bees inside. So I'll just show you a bit of what we're doing here. Dave is using that red light to look in the entrance and see where the bees are so that we put the feeder right under the cluster. The bottles have about a fairly light sugar syrup, about 50% or a little bit less. I'm not too precise in the mixing it. And this is our second round of feeding. So every hive that doesn't have a bottle in it already has already taken one. They don't really store the feed. They'll only just sort of get a stomach, fill their stomachs. So once you start this, you kind of have to stick with it. Although they can go back to their own stores when if the bottle runs out. So it's not like they'll starve right away. But this is really just so that they're consuming what I'm giving them instead of the stores from the hive, so that it reduces the chance of starvation in the shed of the larger hives. So you can see it goes fairly smoothly. And some of the bees, here's the camera here, some of them are pretty keen to get it. They get on it right away. And if they're good and hungry, they'll have that bottle taken in a couple days. So we do this about every 2 weeks from now until spring. And it takes a couple days each time to get through all the hives. Here's the hive that doesn't yet have a bottle. You can see the bees are quite active there. A pretty nice looking cluster. Let's see if I can shine the light in there a little bit better. And they're relatively docile. They're not too anxious about us, but there will be the odd bee flying around. All right, I hope that answers everyone's questions.